The coach of the centenary year side of West Perth, and on the playing side, John goes back to the 1969 premiership, of course, in which he was a player. And John, during your playing days with West Perth back in that 1969 grand final, your specialist position overall was centre-half forward. When you went to South Australia, did that change at all?
Yeah, I played mostly at centre-half forward here. I also fortunate enough to play centre-half back. And when I went to South Australia, it was much the same role, alternating between centre-half forward and centre-half back, and later on becoming a ruck rover. So.
During those years away from West Perth, you must have had a lot of highlights that you can think of.
Yeah, the family's always barracked for West Perth. We've always been West Perth people, and I only played 4 senior years here, and I played approximately 12 or 13 in South Australia, where I only played half the year because of an injury.
Right.
And just being involved, the experience I gained out of that by being out of football and getting re-involved, that was just building the foundations to coach later on in life. The highlight, I was fortunate enough to be captain of the centenary year over there.
Oh, really?
And the first premiership they won in South Australia was they hadn't won a club premiership for 25 years. So that was a highlight for sure. Right.
Well, going on to coaching, of course, and West Perth centenary year coach, must have had a bit of an apprenticeship, and some people, maybe coaches you've worked with in the past, must have given you some ideas. What did you actually do after playing and when you weren't playing to give you that experience?
Well, Norwood have got a large junior program over there, and we got involved fairly intensively in just basically coaching the coaches, where we set up drills, training programs, and just worked on technique of the game. And that's basically what I've been doing over there for the last 4 or 5 years anyway, since 1980. With their particularly in the under-17 side that they have over there. They've got 4 teams over there at the club.
Right. And going back now, we've covered the more current things. Going back to the 1969 grand final, and we're going to see some highlights from that in just a moment. What are your memories from that game?
The only memory I really have was kicking a left foot goal in front of the scoreboard.
Really?
And I was fortunate enough the other week for Polly's 50th birthday. Marlene got him a tape of the 69 grand final, and we watched it the other week, and the amount of drop kicks and the amount of marks that the ruckman took, Norm Nell, Bill Dempsey and Graham Farmer, the amount of marks that they took in the game, it's astronomical compared to today's ruckman.
Right, of course the drop kicks not in it anymore, and it's been put down to the fact that the game's a lot faster. Would you agree with that, from that aspect?
They're not used, well, we don't use them in the game, but we use them at training.
Oh, right.
We use them for more of a teaching aid, and if you can do a drop kick, you can do anything, as far as the kicks go.
OK, well, we'll go back to that 1969 grand final and see some highlights.
And West Perth back, certainly having a birthday down there at the moment. Out towards the flank to Craig Baker. Baker, a high kick up towards the centre wing. And Keith Miller coming in. West Perth getting the brace at the moment. Certainly taking initiative, playing with plenty of confidence. Keith Miller up towards the half-forward line. Alan Watling. Watling still controlling the ball. In comes Farmer to lend a hand. No trouble. Picks it up quite easily. Puts it in towards full forward. Richardson, Matson. Richards in front. Screws it around under that foot. There's another excellent snapshot. Certainly everything going the Cardinals' way at the moment. And the 4th goal on the board to Laurie Richardson.